I think Jim and his family has been some of the most caring people about tennis in our city for the last 50 years.
Just very dedicated and volunteers for so many things. He's either run or influenced the tennis program in Virginia as long as I can remember.
He ran junior tournaments, ran a great summer junior program. He recruited coaches. Just, in one word, I would say committed to tennis in northern Minnesota.
Well, I've always been interested in the teaching process, and even when I was in dental school, I wanted to teach tennis part-time. It's just been a love of mine for my whole life. So I actually got my USPTA certification while I was in dental school and worked at the old St. Paul Indoor and Wooddale, some of the older indoor clubs back in the late 70s. I've always loved the process of learning, and tennis was a great way to express that process.
He just really positively influenced kids in so many ways in our community.
He's worked with tiny tots all the way up to varsity level and adult players, and worked with Special Olympics through his entire life. In fact, he was the one that talked me into coaching, and it was the best thing he ever did because it was one of the greatest things, and we've coached together for the last probably 45 years.
Well, if you look at Northern's focus, over the last few years and its mission since its inception, it's to grow the game of tennis, and primarily that happens at a grassroots local community level, and Jim embodies that.
The characteristics of being a good coach, I think, are empathy towards your students and really proving that you care. A lot of things in life are based on that. And I think you can go a long way by just showing that you care and going the extra mile for whether it be your students or simply friends when they need something.
I think Jim's impact is noted with all of the kids that know him by Pritt.
He made sure kids had rackets, that the city made refinishing the tennis courts a priority. He spearheaded the fundraising efforts to get us an indoor facility. He ran tournaments. He made sure kids had rides to tournaments, etc. And I was really one of those kids that he had just a huge impact on, and how lucky am I for that.
Most recently, you can see Jim's impact still 40, 50 years later. Rock Ridge, which was formerly Virginia High School, their girls team was in the high school state tournament, and they had, I believe, 4 individuals playing in that state tournament. So his impact, a lot of it's been developing good high school players.
Jim instantly has a kind of aura around him that kids know that he's there for them. He's willing to go in early in the morning to hit with kids. He's willing to stay late at night to hit with kids. He just has that vibe about him that he's a real positive person, and he's always going to give you his best ability, and that allows the kids to have a great experience on the court.
I think if coaches care about their students, the whole person, they will really have a successful career. And if you say yes to a lot of players and try to go the extra mile for them, you will have the world at your feet.
Jim is Virginia tennis, right? He and his family are Virginia tennis. He trained people to teach tennis. He went to tennis life camp, learned the fundamentals and how to teach, and brought that information up to Virginia so that he could share that with the community.
I just want to be remembered for all the help that I provided students, whether it be high school tennis, which I'm really involved with now, or adult recreational tennis, or Special Olympics tennis.
Well, Pritt, congratulations. I think this is one of the great honors that you've deserved over your career. People up here are in the trenches and really trying to make good tennis players and even better tennis people that continue to play throughout their lives, I think, and you've been a big part of that.
Jim, I've known you for probably 50 years, and I couldn't be more happy for you getting into USTA Northern's Hall of Fame. If it's not long overdue, it's certainly due now. So, Jim, congratulations.
Hey, Jim, thank you for everything you've done for me, my family, my friends. My life would have been very different without your positive influence on my life, my tennis career, my work career. Thank you to Jeannie and Haley, Nat, Tom and Joe for sharing your dad with us and continuing to share him with us. We're just so lucky to have him in our lives and a part of our community. He's just had such a great influence on our lives and community. So thanks, Pritt.